Hey everybody, Rhadamant here, recording part 9 of my Sea Ice Survival Challenge. I'm up to 9, yeah. I can't believe it either, so you're not alone if you're impressed at my duration. I've been extraordinarily lucky, though, I must say. So I don't think I would have gotten nearly as far as I did had I not been so unbelievably lucky. For instance, last episode, NG got shot in the heart and survived. So that is the level of luck I am talking about. Heart shots not being fatal. I mean, that is just ridiculous. But that aside, my colony is going strong. I got plenty of rice here. Planning on making some pseudo expansion changes, which I'm excited about. One thing I want to do is move some of my backup batteries. But that can wait for now. Let's see. So I've got a whole lot of drugs. I need a multi-analyzer for a bunch of the additional stuff that I want to get done. So for now, I'll just finish off the research that does not, in fact, require a multi-analyzer. Alright, the reason for these is I want to move my backup batteries. My dogs decided now is a great time to bark annoyingly. Stop it. Probably a mailman at the door or something. But that can wait, because here I am. So I did manage to get a hefty sum of plasteel off those mechanoids. And I think people have been asking me what I'm doing with this colony. I think my plan is to get, away. Escape pod. Hey, for once they're wearing enough gear that they won't immediately die. Let's see. Let's rescue them. I'm not actually planning on rescuing them, mind you. I'm just planning on carrying their stuff as far or as close to my base as possible. Still rocking some hypothermia though. It's too bad you can't see the stats of the stuff that's in your hands. Alright, let's see. Extreme, I think it's time to strip them. What I was trying to do is I was trying to get as much of the gear back to my stockpile area as possible before they croaked. That's about as far as I could get them. Alright. So now I've got my little backup batteries. I'm going to flick both those off. So I have 2 sets. Which is quite nice. Feel more secure. I'm getting a food surplus here too, as you can see. Alright, Doc. Let's change your restriction a little bit. Expand Area 1 out just a tad so you can feed yourself proper food. Not eat rice, raw rice, which is just about as gross of a thing to eat raw as I can possibly imagine. I eat rice fairly regularly, and raw rice sounds horrifying to me. Are you up to level 6? Yes, you are. Sweet. Well, Doc is pretty happy, but a little bit of cabin fever, so I'm going to pop around outside briefly. Avoid that permanent cabin fever. Alright. If I was to make fire foam poppers, I'd want one to cover the hydroponic area, I guess, and then some for the batteries or cooking area, something along the lines of here and here. Which is a lot of poppers to make. Getting a whole lot of research done. Still need my multi-analyzer though. Alright, what is NG up to? Bearing, how about just haul? That is a very green shirt, I just noticed. Didn't notice how neon that was before. Alright, you are super happy, Doc. So I'm going to put you to work. I want you to go get these components. My growing is getting up there. Beautiful amounts of food. I like it. I think the next project for me is to protect my power grid a bit better. As much as I want like a tailoring bench and stuff like that, I need to consider the protection of my stockpile and my power grid. So that will be next, which is a pretty pricey addition to the base, to be honest. But hopefully worth it. I would love if a bulk goods would visit me. God knows it's been a while. Veterinarian, pirates. Nope, sorry. So one thing I've meant to do is to see if now that it's only negative 85°, will people come? I don't know what the temperature cutoff is, but oh. Yeah, there we go. I thought I powered on the trade beacon. It was the turret I powered on. Still bad temperature. Yeah, I don't know what temperature they will decide to come. I'm gonna look it up now, see if I can find a definitive answer. Negative. I don't know. I tried looking it up. I don't really see a definitive answer in a very brief, cursory Google search. Maybe one of you knows. Alright, hospital bed is done. I don't know why I would need to refine anything. I guess I have organics that I can refine into fuel. Alright, so I have 100 steel. That's enough for 20 walls. Getting a little bit more protection here. I'm going to put Doc on hauling duty. Hopefully she'll haul some slag. Yep, there she goes. Alright, a little bit more protection now. Just a tad. The idea is to keep them away from just hammering at my power grid. And surrounding it by steel seems to be the obvious answer. Surrounding everything by steel is my kind of go-to answer nowadays. When in doubt, steel it up. Want to make sure nothing's draining from my backup batteries. And they're not anymore, which is good. So I'll top them back off. Whole lot of slag left out here. Not the most efficient trip, but I did want the meals closer so that Doc, when she's a nudist, doesn't have to run so much. That, and I just don't have a lot of I don't have a lot of people eating, so it's easy to make a longer trip to drop off the meals. I could, and probably should, just tell her to drop on the floor and then eventually haul it. So I'll do just that. Get a little bit more steel here. Almost enclosed. Of course, I have to deal with a lot of these my expansive grave site. One of you users pointed out how silly it is that I can dig graves in solid ice in like minutes, and I could not agree with you more, but I am very happy about that. Otherwise, I would have oodles and oodles of... I'd be basically living in a boneyard, I suspect. Which is not an ideal setting for mental health. So my next project is the wall, then the fire foam poppers, and then a moisture pump. And I don't know how close, how far a wire can go. I'd ideally want to make my moisture pump here, but I'm not sure. Let's see. See how far it can be. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 cells away. That's too far for here, which means I'll have to put my moisture pump somewhere like this. Unless there's a better spot. Yep. Put it right there, I suppose. So Doc's still hauling steel slag, and I think I'm gonna have her keep doing that until I'm risking mental break. Ah, more mechanoids of the fat type. Alright, let's not mess around with them. Let's flick this on. NG, where is the good snap rifle? There it is. Doc, your flick and switch. Now with these things, they give a lot of good resources and they're slow. So I should be able to do a whole nice kite routine. Now I'm no longer wearing an armor vest on NG, so I gotta be careful a bit. What weapons do they have? Minigun and heavy blaster launcher. The heavy blast launcher is obviously the more dangerous of the two. Something to be wary of and be considerate of. So this will be just a kite fight. If you're not familiar with the term kite, it is to... You know how like when you run around with a kite and it follows you? You know, when there's not a good stiff wind, so you just have to keep running backwards. And it never catches up to you, of course, because it's on a tether. That's where the term kiting came from. So basically, I'm treating this centipede like a kite, where I keep running from it so as to never catch me. Alright, so now I have a minigun that I can sell. So there's the etymology of the word kiting, which is... Whoop! Exactly how I'm handling this interaction here. Playing in full speed, though, I gotta be a little careful as to not make any mistakes. I've been a little sloppy in the past. I really don't want to repeat of something bad, and down it goes. So now I can set up shutdown orders. I'm going to have Doc haul the minigun, and NG will shut down the centipede. That was a pretty easy fight. Not even much of a fight. They didn't get to do anything to me. And that will feed me quite a good amount of resources. Steel and plasteel. So that's helpful. Alright, let's see. Back to being restricted at home and naked. So almost 80 steel, almost 50 plasteel, some components. Certainly a good haul. And there's another one, of course, out there still. And some meals that I guess dropped. Alright. Shutting down the robot. And I could have just shot it to death, but, you know. That would be the smarter thing to do, but it wastes a bit of time. Not wastes, but it does take a while to shoot them down. So, this is a bit faster. Certainly my rice is coming in quite nice. Alright, so fire foam popper. Going there. That will protect my farm, which is probably, arguably, the most important thing about my base here. Because if that goes, I'm pretty dead. I'll have a limited amount of food and I would starve. Alright, Doc. You are massively happy again, but I'll let you sleep. It's gonna put you on task, but sleep seems to be a bit more fair, I suppose. So even in all of the weirdness of the different materials that the base is made out of, it is nearly symmetrical in terms of materials and all that. As I've mentioned previously, I do like nice, tidy, symmetrical bases, and that is more or less what I've delivered here. Alright, so now we're going to have you unrestricted again. Hauling things around. I needed to move the dead people around a little bit. Now, ideally, I would want to just cremate them, but that's relying on whether I get some stones from bulk good traders or from cargo pods or not, and I didn't want to wait for that, so I'm just going to move graves around. It does improve NG's construction, so it's not totally a waste. Alright, there we go. And at least this way I'll be able to strip bodies that ought to have been stripped the first time around. And I will also let's put the graves of friends. So let's change some of this. Call this colonist corpses. Copy settings. Paste settings. Paste settings. And stranger corpses. Copy settings. And paste settings. I don't know if I got them all, but I think I got enough of them. Alright, so I don't have a bunch of people left unburied. Let's start burying my... Allow colonists. Maybe I should allow rotten. Just in case they're rotten. Copy settings and paste settings. No empty grave. Why not? Oh, human corpse? Maybe that's why? Yeah, there we go. Hanson. Bury you. As you can see, there's been lots of dead allies here. Which I am trying to get buried. It's like the human equivalent of a Pet Cemetery episode up in here. With all the ample dead. And another Mechanoid raid. This time of a mix. So I want to get ready immediately. I'm going to actually switch their weapons. Doc will switch as well. NG. Let's force you to wear that for now. I'm going to flick the turret on once the Scythers are well in range. So it's somewhat of a waiting game. Come on, don't shoot me. Oh, come on. Alright, now the action. I don't have a heck of a lot of good cover there. But enough to survive the Scyther attack. Alright. There goes 2. Now, of course, I have the slow one coming. Alright, for now, I'm going to plop down a quick sleeping spot for Doc. Give her no meds, so I can patch her up quicker. She is super slow because of the leg wound. So, I'll just put her under. Hey. There we go. Equip sniper rifles for everyone. Now, I was going to do the whole kiting thing with Doc, but she's just too slow. So I'm actually going to let her go do her own thing. Oh, escape pod. Omega. The misogynistic grunt. Yeah, I'll take a pass. Doc's getting a little bit faster. they go. All of these scythers I actually truly appreciate. They are helping me greatly. Doc's going berserk. I just won't give her anyone to shoot at, so I'll keep Engie inside. And that's a pretty good time to go berserk, you know, when the threat's over. So that's fine. Nothing broke, which is another good thing. Once I strip Doc down to be naked again and have her back on research, she should be fine in no time. Alright. Now I can allow this again. Yep. Oh, that's sitting out. That's not good. Once Doc comes to, I'll have her move that, because I care about that charge rifle. That was my bad. And of course she puts it outside again. I'll just equip it. Alright, Doc. First off, let's drop your gear off. Pants too. And then back to restricting you so you don't go crazy. Already, mood is going up pretty quick due to the fact that she's happily nude and very comfortable with a good dining room. Come on. No blade there. Did get a blade there, though. That's good. Let's give the shut-off order. Some more dead mechanoids. When will they ever learn? Hope they never do. I hope they keep coming. Personally. Cargo pods. Oh, look at that. Limestone. And a whole lot of it. I like very, very much. So I'll finish off this area with steel and then continue the limestone down here. And this will be a bit of a kill room plus turret area. You know. We'll pretend I had planned all this to happen. Alright, so got refining done. Don't mind if I get some medicine. Doc is now as happy can get. 100% mood. I thought so. She's even starving. Or not starving, but hungry and just still that happy. That's all it takes. Big smile on Doc's face. course, she is eating raw. Let's expand this area a little bit. Give her access to all the meals and all the medicine. That way she doesn't continue eating things she's not supposed to. So this is clearly a grave of a colonist I care about. Let's get him buried. Alright, so Angie, what do you need? Alright, Doc, I'm going to put back on some haul duty. So, lift the movement restriction. And let's start with the rice. Getting a whole bucket of rice, as you can see. I just want to be hauling those blocks. Don't want a mental break with NG. That would be unfortunate. So I'm going to try my best to avoid that. Getting a nice surplus of rice here. I'll just keep surplusing. I'm totally okay with surplus of food. That actually allows me to bring in another survivor if I found a really good one. Alright. After that armor vest, I think I'm going to send her for more limestone. Yes, I know you're hungry, but I got other plans for you. So this got a little crushed, but doesn't really matter. Trying to get the rest of this built. As my dear pawn frustratingly argues with me. And then takes a bit of a nap. Why yes, that is precisely what I've asked you to do. Alright, well I have enough resources pretty much for a multi-analyzer. I just don't have a good place for to eat. Another escape pod. Green thumb, depressive, nope. As soon as I see depressive, I'm just like, no thank you. And you're so far away, I'm not even going to be able to get to you in time. So that is your place of death. Alright, I got some more loved ones, or rather, at least colonists. I don't think I liked most of these colonists. They were forced on me. Put some more colonists to bury. some more. It's probably the last one, although I don't know, second to last one. Alright, let's get you buried. You stripped. Where's Pyrrha? There you are. You buried as well. So I've separated off my colonists from strangers, which is useful. I'm going to say preferred and allow meals. That way they actually start counting when they're there, but they'll get hauled. Now I don't need a doorway here. I just don't want... Oh, I can't make the wall there. Gotta make on the inside. I just don't want my power grid taking free shots when they enter. So this will be a bit of a kill room, which is about time that I got something secure like that. I want to replace that with limestone so it's a bit more hefty. Same on the other side. Doc doing a lovely job cleaning up all the bodies, as a doctor should and would. Now, of course, this leaves a lot of my precious stuff kind of out to get blown up, so I got to be cautious about that. But that is a risk I run. I could, of course, move some of the more precious stuff elsewhere, which is what I might think about doing here. Alright, so instead of that, let's haul all of it. I think that's the last of the blocks. Yep. Be enough to finish off this project. Base is looking a lot more base-like now. Took a while. Took a long time. A lot of revisions too, but I like it finally. I didn't like my base for a long time, but now I can finally say, hey, this is a good sea ice base. And there's still improvements to be made. which is what I'm excited about. Getting it a little bit shinier, a little bit nicer, a little bit more secure. Alright, I've worked her to her limit. More cargo pods of meat. Well, I'm gonna get some fine meals out of that. Alright, so Doc wants to bury the spacers, that's fine. After this spacer, I think I'm gonna put her back on research for food purposes. Get her a little happy, or happier. There's something aesthetically pleasing about the, like, how they fill the graves. I mean, this one being the outlier, but, alright, Doc. Back to research. Or cleaning, and then research. Because there is some blood around the base that I could tidy up. Although I'm not treating this as a room, specifically, it is technically a room. So now my power grid should be pretty well secured. Alright. Why won't you research? How about I just restrict you inside? Shed your gear and get back to research. Alright, so your sister's dead, but you'll be over that soon. You're working in darkness. But actually, I can help remedy that a little bit. There is actually a point to heating up this buffer zone. It keeps the insides more isolated, so it wicks away less heat. So that is my plan now. More cargo pods. Chem fuel. Well, I really want that meat because that will allow me to make higher quality foods. So as you can see here, the temperature is still fluctuating, but less so than it once was. Escape pod. Archer. Nope. Now my plan is to get a bit more security going. I wanted to get a moisture pump. Maybe I'll do that first. I know it seems weird, but moisture pumps take a while, so I want to queue it up early. Alright, Doc, I'm going to put back on hauling. She's plenty happy. It's the last of my limestone. And everyone's asleep. How am I doing for time? 50 minutes? Very nice. Oh, look at this gorgeous base. Marvel at it. This is a... I mean, it took me 135 days to get here, over 2 years, but this is 2 years of work right here. I'm proud of it, considering how easily it could have been pulled from my clutches. Pirate merchant. Alright. I don't know if I have that much to sell, but I will check. Anyway, so I still have that bionic leg that I haven't done anything with. There's this minigun. Some dead people stuff. The bad armor vest, which I should look for a replacement for. Normal cloth parkas are not good enough. Jacket you can have as well. All these shoddy toques. Now, are they selling armor vests? Sadly, no, they are not. They are selling a power helmet, though. It's tempting. But awful quality, I think I'm going to hold out for something better than awful. Yeah. And then 9, or actually 18 of that. Alright, gotta break down my snowmen. They're kind of in the way. I love how much faster NG is breaking down these snowmen than Doc, who broke down 1 in the time it took NG to do like 4. Beauty 11, Beauty 6. What do I have here? Beaver skin? Why not? Beaver skin isn't insulating enough to ever be gear for me, so I might as well use it for comfort. Please don't be crappy. Please don't be crappy. And normal. Alright, I can deal with that. Let's get another one going. Now, of course, I could put one of these under Doc while she crafts away, which would keep her really extraordinarily comfortable. So I'll give her the best one. Which would be good. Now, multi-analyzer. Oh yeah. I don't have enough steel at the moment for this, but given a little bit of slag, I will soon. And I can also make cooked, I can make fine meals here. I'm going to suspend it because I don't need the fine meals at the moment, but I do have that option, which is good. All right. I think no, I'll play a little bit more. We're almost out of time, but I still have a little bit more. So as you can see, I've turned this into a temporary kitchen area because there's no point in having it out there. I don't, at the moment, have the steel or need the extra hydroponics, so I've been removing that. So I got a very impressive eating area now. And a tribespeople raid, a sizable one. One not to be trifled with. So I'm going to get in position as fast as I can. I want to start firing from a distance initially and then fall back and change weapons. So there's a lot of them. One more shot and then I fall back. Actually, there we go. Did I kill anyone? I killed two. Two people got shot. Let's see. I shot your leg. Ooh, Jesus. Shot some legs off. Glad I invested in some extra security. It's clearly going to pay off now. It's like the game knew. The game's like, oh, you're more secure. So let's give you a reason to use it. I'm still hoping that hypothermia plays a big role here, because I don't want to have to fight all of them. Now, what was I doing about this? I've just been fighting them. I haven't been trying to ally, but I think what I'm going to do is try to ally. The reason being, if I can get allied with all of my neighbors, I should start getting more mechanoids and less tribe people, which will benefit me greatly. I don't want mechanoids as much as I want the tribesmen. I mean, I said that the other way around. I want mechanoids more than I want the tribesmen. Alright, so I'm going to start patching them up. As best I can. order of severity. Without medicine. Come on, patch the heart. There we go. Any of them good. Staggeringly ugly. Now, I'm going to wait for them to fully 100% recover before queuing them up for release, because if they still have like leg wounds, they're not going to be able to get out fast enough, which is a concern. Well, let's clean up some of this blood, make this place look a wee bit nicer. So now it's back to very impressive. Well, I would say that that was a pretty successful little kill box, given that I only have one turret. And as you can see here, the survivors did not fare better. They fared worse than the people I captured, which I find a little funny. Now I'm just friendly chatting with them so that they don't go berserk on me. I don't really want to have the responsibility of dealing with that. And let's clean some of this up. So this is a wee bit nasty. They're all somewhat insulated. Ah, Doc, why? I guess I did kind of push her. It's my fault. Gonna shut everything down just to let the batteries come back all the way up. I don't need the food that badly. Get some cooking done. And I think once I'm done cooking, I'll call it. I just tipped over an hour mark, so I want to finish up for you guys. So thank you for watching. This was Sea Ice Challenge Part 9. Wow. Where I dealt with some mechanoids, I expanded my base, I added a little kill box, I captured a bunch of tribesmen, and I hope I additionally entertained you all. Thank you for tuning in, and I hope to see you queuing up to watch next episode. Adios, everyone.